want to talk to you about. I'm all messed up. Welcome to the very first episode of Here Come the Arps. I'm Julian.
And I'm Courtney. Oh, I was supposed to keep going. Okay.
Start again.
Start over.
Welcome to the very first episode of Here Come the Arps. I'm Julian.
And I'm Courtney. And as promised, our next video, we said we were going to talk a little bit about how we met. I think we'll do that as a part 1, and then part 2 will be our first date. So this is part 1, how we met. So we'll insert somewhere in the video our picture. It's in our intro of the first message that Julian sent me.
Have to?
On Instagram.
That wasn't a great message. That's not.
I mean, it's the one that sent it.
I guess so. I don't know. Okay.
You don't know what? You don't know.
I did send it. Yeah, I sent it. But
I hope so, because that's the man that I thought I married.
Let's keep telling them about. They're
Okay.
waiting for us.
So we'll insert that little picture, and well, let's go back. So we originally met on Instagram.
In her DMs.
So we started following each other. We had some mutual friends, started following each other. I liked some pictures, he liked some pictures. I think I made a comment, he made a comment. That was pretty much it. But like in the back of my mind, I was like, I know he's scrolling through my pictures. Right? So then, I remember I was at my girlfriend Rhonda's house. Shout out to Rhonda. Hey girl. So I was at her house.
What's up, Rhonda?
And I remember I was sitting on her couch, and then I got a message. And then
she was like, ooh, I've been waiting for this dude to DM me. That's what happened.
Negative. So I was on her couch, and I was like, girl, remember that guy I told you that we was liking some pictures back and forth? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, he sent me a DM. I knew it was coming. So then...
I mean, don't make me sound like I was thirsty.
No, I'm just saying, like, I just knew you was, like, looking, so I knew a message was coming eventually.
I mean, how do you know I was looking?
Because you was liking pictures.
Liking? Okay. I mean, I like a lot of pictures.
Okay. Well, none of them were me.
I mean, you're right.
Okay. So, I was like, I knew he was going to send me... I knew he was going to send me a message, right? So, I'm talking to her about, like, him... Not that I know much about him, but what I know from, like, his Instagram. So then, what happened? Then she said... Oh, so I'm talking to her, whatever like that. But like scrolling through my Instagram while I'm talking to her, my finger slipped up.
Finger didn't slip up.
Yes, it did. So you know how like if you read a DM, it shows the other person that you read it. Because I was going to let it like stew for a little bit, like for like an hour before I opened it up. Because I didn't want him to be like...
grape juice on my glasses. Keep talking.
So I didn't want him to be like, oh, as soon as I sent you a message, you was hyped, you opened it up. I didn't want it to be like that. I wanted to like sit for like an hour, and then I was going to open it up. And then I was going to wait like 26.5 minutes and then send a response, right? But my finger slipped up. I opened it. I was like, oh man, he's going to see that I opened it and I read it. So now that I opened it and I read it, now like my time frame is all off. Like I got to respond quicker than I wanted to. Anyway, so I responded quicker. And basically, I mean, well, y'all see the picture. So I responded. And then we kept, messaging each other a little bit, found out where each other was from. Then we exchanged numbers. And that kind of ended the conversation. And I think,
That ended it. Yeah. Go ahead, finish telling your side.
So, my side is the right side. It ain't my side, it's what happened.
This side is your side.
It's the side. I mean, I have receipts. It's the picture. I mean, okay.
Eat my cheese.
So, eventually, I guess I texted him. I was like, oh, here's my number, or something like that.
You gave me your numbers.
Oh, in the Instagram. Okay, so who texted who first?
I don't know, wasn't me.
I don't remember.
I think it was you.
Text who? Okay, so I probably texted him first to say like, hey, what's up? How are you? Whatever like that. Then I realized that he's the type of person who don't like to respond to text message for like 24.
I'm speaking.
I'm
speaking.
48 hours, right? So I'm like, okay.
Grapes are delicious. I don't know where you got.
I ain't gonna do that when you tell your side of the story. That's
I'm
gonna
sorry,
be wrong.
guys. The grapes are so good. I don't know where she got these grapes from. They're huge.
I didn't buy them. You bought them.
Oh,
All right.
It.
So He wasn't answering my text messages. It'd be like the next day, and he'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I'm like, "Boy, I ain't got time for the games. I ain't got time. Okay."
You can't look. I couldn't look thirsty like I was like,
But then it's
chasing
24
her, like,
hours. Like you could have text back in an hour and a half, like a whole day.
Gotta stretch it out. Gotta stretch
So
it out.
anyway,
Stretch it out.
while he was stretching it out, my mind was wandering. It wasn't on him since he went. So eventually, like we started texting a little more often, but he still would go like MIA or whatever. Then I was just like, you know what? I'm not chasing nobody. You know, if he wanna contact me, he'll contact me. And then what happened was that app, the anonymous app.
Anonymous app.
Yeah, it was this app where
See, her side of the story got all this stuff in it. I don't even remember.
this app where you can ask
What
a
part is
person,
this?
you can ask a person anonymously or say something to the person anonymously through the app, and they don't know, you won't know who it is who's responding. So I was getting responses on this app, and then I was reposting it on Instagram. So I had a couple responses like
From dudes.
like, "Oh, you're so beautiful," like,
Yeah.
"Since you're a nurse, you could restart my heart." Like, it was like, "You smell like shea butter and coconut oil." Like, it was just like,
Shea butter and coconut.
so it was like a bunch of
Who
messages.
says that?
So I reposted it on Instagram. Mind you, he was being MIA, really wasn't responding to my messages. Didn't hear from him for a couple
Shea
days.
butter and coconut.
So then I posted those messages that whoever, I don't know who it was to this day, was sending me. So
Could've been me.
one day I reposted it,
I
right?
wouldn't say shea
The
butter and
next
coconut.
day, 6 a.m., cock-a-doodle-doo, guess who's texting me? Talking about, "Oh, I see you got a secret admirer on that app." Ooh, you mad or no? So then I was
You're
like,
mad.
"Oh, yeah, I do. I mean, you ain't around. I don't, you know, you've been MIA." So then, ever since then, I feel like in the back of his head, he was like, "Well, let me see what's up," because it looked like other people trying, you know, might try to slide up in here. So let me see what's up, what's going on, whatever. So he got a little curious. He was like, maybe I've been ghosting her a little too much. Maybe I should like be around a little more often." So fine, we started texting more often. Then I realized like I never talked to him on the phone.
Man, your side.
And
is
then I
wrong.
realized
I don't have
that
this
when
stuff on my side.
because my side is the truth.
No.
So I
I'm
realized
gonna
that
eat the cheese and grapes while you tell your side.
when I ever suggested that we speak, because I wasn't calling him first. Like if he wanted to talk to me, he needed to call me. So, and I realized that whenever I like suggested that we talk on the phone, he would like skirt the issue. So I was like, okay, maybe he's a weirdo. Maybe if I call him on the phone, he's going to be like, "Hi, my name's Jillian." You know what I mean? Something like that. Then I would have been like, click. No. So
What's wrong with guys with high voices?
it's nothing wrong with him, but it's not something not somebody who I would be with.
That's not nice.
Okay, well, you have your own, you know, vain little things that you were looking for in a wife as well.
Yeah.
Right. So
Touche.
then one day I was texting him. I was like, "Well, I'm getting ready to get in a car and go home. You know, call me if you want to talk." So then I drive all the way home. I thought he was watching me. I drive all the way home. No, but I feel like he was watching me because as soon as I pull up to my house, he was like, "Oh, my fault. I was doing such, doing such and such. I just got done or whatever. Sorry, I was busy." Okay, whatever. I said, "Okay, cool." So then I forget what ended up happening. I think I was texting you while I was at work, and then you were like, "I'm gonna call you later on this evening." I said, "Okay." So then I was like, I know you don't think he about to call me on a weekday. Mind you, I'm a single mom with 2 jobs. I know you don't think you about to call me on a weekday, and I'm gonna be busting it up with you for hours. So he called me as I was going into the house after work, and then we talked for a few minutes, and I was like, okay, well, I'm home. I have to cook dinner, check my daughter's homework, so have a good night. I know he probably was like, that's it? Yes, that's it. Like, no. So that was basically how it all started. And it just like took off from there, I guess.
Yeah, your side was lengthy.
But that's what happened.
It is what happened. And I'm glad you recapped it your way. I'm gonna recap it my way.
You done ate all the food.
I did. These grapes and cheese. Wherever I got this from, I don't even remember.
Go ahead, because I'm being the lengthy one now. You won't stop talking.
I'm trying to, get the cheese and grapes down so I can actually talk. Trying to expound the tag.
No, in the gesturing.
Folks, you like my gesture?
No, put your
Tell
hand
me if I should gesture more or gesture less. Leave it in the comments. because I like my gestures.
It's too
she
much.
don't like my gestures. Anyway, my version will be a lot more condensed. So
A lot more wrong.
it's not wrong. It's just the same
All right, let
version.
me hear it.
but
Let me
shorter.
hear it.
So my version is this. Of course, everyone's seen my little rough DM I sent. I'm pretty positive I was half asleep when I sent it because the words are all misspelled a little, and there's no part, periods, commas, spaces. There's not a lot of that in there. That's my fault. But either way, it worked out. So shot the DM to her. I've been checking her out for a little bit. You don't want to shoot DMs too quick because you don't know if the person is a little crazy. So you got to be careful. You got to scope out their page just for a little bit. I mean, she is a little crazy. But you got to scope their page out for just a little time. Watch, make sure everything's good. Sound out everything's good. So we had some things in common. She had a daughter. I have a daughter. Also have a son. So, we both had children. So shot the DM. Let her know my name. Wanted to introduce myself. Just being friendly. Just being me. I introduce myself to people. I'm a fairly friendly dude. Shot the DM, started talking. Stop, I want a gesture.
No, it's too much.
Okay, well, again, comment and let me
They
know
don't feel
about
like
the
you gonna
gestures.
poke them in the
I'm not
eye.
gonna poke you in the eye. I keep my hands down, but a little bit lower. Let us know, like the gestures or not. But anyway, back to my side of the story. So, shot the DM, started talking for a little bit. I didn't ghost her. I didn't. I'm a busy man. I'm working. I was a single dad with 2 children too, just like you. You had, priorities. I had my priorities. Couldn't be texting and DMing a young lady all the time. Had kids to take care of. So it wasn't ghosting her.
You
I
can
don't want
text
to look
somebody,
like the
hey,
bad
what's
guy.
up, while you sit on the toilet. Like, come on now. It don't take that much.
You right, but I'm just saying. I was trying to
So
take
it's
care of
not a
my
valid
priorities.
excuse.
All right. This is my side. Eat the
You
cheese and
interrupted
grapes.
me how many times when I went though?
But them cheese and grapes is banging.
Oh my
all right.
gosh,
That's
yes.
banging,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
So I don't have really too much more. That's how we met. It is her side of the story does have some validity to it. For the most part, it is the truth. I just don't want to come off like I was this mean guy that ghosted her. I didn't ghost her. Once we started talking, I realized we had a lot in common. I was interested. I wanted to meet her, and we set up a time and place to meet, and we'll tell you more about that in the next episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Here Come the ARPs. See ya.
See ya.